Boy, if I wanted to make a lot of money, I would build a trampoline park. Oh, you think they're dangerous. Well, I know they're dangerous. But what I would do is I would tell my contractors, you better be building a rubber room. Because the attenuation materials required for trampoline parks is pretty extensive. And I would just go above and beyond that. What's the point of having something exposed, leaving you exposed, when a child or somebody runs into it? And then that brings up another subject. Attenuation materials such as foam and balls for like in a pit area, get rid of them. Get rid of them. These are money makers for plaintiff attorneys. Oh yeah, the plaintiff attorneys are listening. I guarantee you they're listening. Because I told them a while back, I said if I was a trampoline park personal injury attorney, I would put a billboard outside of every trampoline park in my jurisdiction. And it would say, that waiver ain't gonna help them overcome gross negligence. And it's true. It's true. And it's sad. And the reason why I'm saying that, 2013, I think it was, we developed a standard that nobody's even, you're not complying, people. Some of the biggest players, biggest franchises are not complying. Now they're trying to do a few new things, but that's because my reports, 5, 6, 7 of them, have hit their franchisees pretty hard. The trampoline court industry is problematic, but there are ways around it. And then there's ways that we can help you. We help you with training videos. We help you with training. We brought on psychologist, Dr. John Skidmore. Teaches at BYU, just retired, wants to work with children or younger youth and people that are in the industry that he can make a difference. He's done with his practice. He moved on. Now he wants to help the industry. And so with me and John, Dr. John, we're going to take training to another level. I don't know of any other trainers out there who are developing a training program with an expert witness, engineer, manufacturer, and doctor or psychologist with 2 people. And we can bring on more people. That's no big deal. I got some really good friends that are freelance with me that are work for Lockheed. They got master's degree at Cornell University. If you have a problem, let us help. I'm grateful to be able to share this video with you. We'll take a look at these slides now. I know it probably took a little bit longer than what I thought, but let me just talk to you a little bit about the standards. The standards are important to follow. If you're a Utah trampoline court, you need to follow F2970. Now, F2970 is a little more extensive. That's why the F24 standards should be purchased whenever you become a member. And you should become a member if you're a trampoline park owner or even if you're an attorney. Because we can write the new standards together as we see infractions and different things that go on. And so you're going to want to get this standard. You're also going to want to look at the F770. That's an important one. That's for you owners. 2959. A lot of trampoline courts have zip lines. They have zip lines. So that one needs to be followed. 2007 is another one that's for go-karts, because you're seeing that a lot more in the industry. And 2374, which is your bags and your inflatables, which I think is the key to solving some of the accidents that are going on with these foam pits and balls. One park I'm working with, the largest park in the state of Utah, has some amazing products and manufacturers that came in. They got nothing but bags. You jump into a bag, and then they have on their trampoline frame, they have springs. So you jump into springs, and so you've got a little bit of absorption. Now there's some other areas that I want to work with them with, but that's part of the deal. We're here to help. We're to help you. So then you have your playground standard. People sometimes forget about this one. But all these standards right here need to be looked at. and addressed. If you have go-karts, if you have manufacturers bringing stuff in, take a look at them. And F2970 will tell you which ones you need to look at. So where do you find the standards that you're supposed to follow? They're right here. The state of Utah, shoot this QR code here. It'll take you right to the state. It'll tell you where your standards are. If you need some help, a little guidance, give us a call. Question number 1. What Utah Act is for amusement rides? Okay, now Utah did produce an act, and you'll just have to do some research. Maybe have to go back through and look at this video again. But the whole idea of doing this video is to share with you our insights, give you the question, and let you answer it. Question number 3. What are the standards most used? Well, ASTM 24, F24 has been around for 125. Well, ASTM has been around for 125 years. In fact, F24, I think, started right in the mid-70s, which is kind of nice because I was riding roller coasters then. That was my age, And then you got the ACCT. That's kind of more of a challenge course thing. They come out in 1999. PRCA is another kind of a shoot off from the ERCA. They come out about 2005, right in there, if I remember right. Don't quote me, but it's not on the questions. But you know which one the most used. And question number 4. What standard is for Utah zip lines? Well, that's kind of a catch because your inspector might come in and he might be inspecting as an ACCT inspector, because I know a lot of them in the state of Utah. But he also might have like NARSO training and some other training. So this is kind of a tricky question. This is one that you'll probably get right whether you answer it ACCT or ASTM 2959. Question number 5. Do the Utah standards require documentation? You better believe it. In fact, documentation is some of the biggest reason why you become gross negligent. Documentation is easy, and we train people how to document better, how to have better servers, have better hard drives, things that easy. Come in and dock at GoPro after your inspector has went through your course. One thing that this new park that I'm working with right now is doing, they're using little QR codes to go in and have each one of their staff, they're using QR codes as their staff goes around and inspects things, and then they can mark it off. I've asked them to add photographs or a GoPro. This is another level of showing that plaintiff attorney that, hey, we were doing everything we needed to do, and above that. In fact, look at these standards. We know the standards. We train to the standards. You see my point. 20 years is what the standards are requiring. And there's some reason for that. 20 years, if you owned a business, you probably maybe own it 20 years. I've been an entrepreneur since I was, 1995, I think is when I started AA Machine and Welding, Inc. But training is a big deal. And I've learned a lot over the years. And now in my master's program, we're learning a lot more about training. And that's why we brought on Dr. John Skidmore, licensed psychologist, performance coach. This guy is phenomenal. You got to see this guy. But just know that. That's the answer to that question. And thank you very much. I am so grateful for the time that you took to listen to me. Hopefully, if you like and subscribe, you'll be able to see more videos where I talk about the worst things that you can put in a trampoline park, or the worst things you can do in a trampoline park. What is the most common accidents in a trampoline park? We'll go through that. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. We're here to help. All we want to do is make the industry safer.